why are people so damn stupid when they're given a chance to stay out of prison for 30 years, but go ahead and say, okay, we're just going to ignore it and hope it goes away. Well, that is a situation that we have here in Oklahoma, where there was that bar shooting a couple years ago, 3 dead, 3 people injured. And this Tyler was able to get a suspended 30-year sentence. But instead of following the conditions of his deal, I guess, he decides that he wants to hang around still and not do what he has to do. So now he is being forced into a situation where he can go straight to prison. Makes no sense to me. People used to have brains, and, you know, I get it. You're a part of the club and stuff. You want to be around. But I'm telling you, and I've said it a lot of times, the people you know now are not going to be there in 30 years if you do the prison time. Just makes no sense to me at all. Okay, we're going to go to this story, and I like to get your input into all this. Would you do what he did, or what they are claiming he did, allegedly? Now, let's take a look. Biker gang member faces prison for multiple probation violations and deadly bar shootout. We have covered this since the beginning, and I also think that there's another one about to go on trial after all these years. What happened to speedy trials, man? This out of news9.com. Jennifer Pierce is the reporter on this one. Goes on to say Myers pled guilty last year to manslaughter and other crimes related to the biker gang shootout. And here's the thing, and it just blows my mind. He was given a 30-year suspended sentence instead of prison time. So, you know, you could have got a 30-year prison sentence. But instead, you go out and violate everything. Oklahoma County prosecutor said Myers violated his probation 4 times. They went to court on Tuesday to revoke his suspended sentence. Basically, he was just flipping the finger at him, what was going on. It hasn't even been a year yet. And I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but you judge by the supposed sentencing guidelines, or what he was or wasn't supposed to do during this time period. If it was too hard to accomplish, you tell me. He admitted violating his probation in court. He blew a kiss, and this was in the video, to a woman in the courtroom before being escorted back to jail. Now his future's in the hands of a judge, and this is Oklahoma, and they're not the most liberal out there, if you know what I mean. The Oklahoma County District Attorney said, if you violate the law while you're out on a deferred or suspended, you can be revoked or your sentence can be accelerated and you go into DOC custody. So he's looking at 30 years now. The prosecutors alleged that while on probation, he was seen at a clubhouse where motorcycle gang members are known to visit, was wearing Homietos clothing, a known biker gang. Months later, he was stopped in Houston, Texas for a traffic violation with other motorcycle gang members. Court documents also said Myers was in Oklahoma City at a bar for the club's sponsored event. So basically, there was a no contact order, is what it comes down to. And they got him 3 times going against that order. But in Oklahoma, the 4th offense was not registering with the state as a violent offender. I guess it's kind of like the sex offendery list. They got a violent criminal type of deal. It's a felony. And I mean, if you fail to register, it's a 5-year or $5,000 fine. So they're told at the time of sentencing that you have to register under the violent offender or the Mary Rippey Act. I guess that act was passed in 2004 for law enforcement and the public to keep track of violent felons. It's public record. Anyone can go into a local law enforcement or sheriff's office and say, I want to see your violent registration. Now, he will be sentenced by a judge for the probation violations on January 20th. And this is the one I was talking about, Shane Overby. He goes on trial next week. He's charged with 6 felony crimes, including accessory to murder stemming from the biker shootout there. And there is the, pick of Taylor Myers. But I have a question for you. Are these conditions too hard to follow? Especially if you're looking at a 30-year sentence. Now, I get it. We're going to have all the cheerleaders, the rah-rah-rahs up there saying how they are screwing him. But I have to say, those 2 conditions aren't very hard. There's all kinds of members all around the country that have no contact orders and don't try to stay in contact. They stay in contact one way or another, but they're not out there floating the middle finger to these people, wearing the colors and stuff. Now, agree or disagree with the policies they put him under. This guy is facing 30 years in prison. And I know I get a lot of freaking hit back when I say, hey, man, you know what? I don't think it's worth going to freaking prison, especially if you ain't making money at it, because you're going to be forgotten about. And a lot of people, no, that had never happened. You know how many ex-members that came out of the joint that sit here and tell you, yeah, he was right about that. They just forget about you. And what's even worse, most of the time, after a few years, the people you knew are gone anyway. So there's a whole different crowd of people in there that don't know who you are, and they're not there to support you. So my argument is, why put yourself through that? Why put your family through that? Because you want to be a part of a club. It does not make any sense whatsoever. Loyalty is a two-way street, if you ask me. If you're loyal to the club's supposed to be loyal to you. But how is that the case when they won't even know who you are when you get out? So you broke the conditions, something that was easily avoidable. No contact order, and just go register like it said. It's better than 30 years. That's just my opinion, man. But that is all it is my opinion. What do you all think? Do you think you would have abided by what they wanted you to do to get out of a 30-year sentence? I don't know, man. I would have to say, you know what? See y'all. I have nothing to do with you right now. And if that is, let's see here, a traitor to the brotherhood, as these hardcore internet keyboard warriors who've never been around and want to talk on it would say, yeah, screw you. You go do it. Anyway, let me know what you guys and gals think. Don't forget, join the members only club and buy the book over on Amazon. Rock on, baby.
Join the Insane Throttle members only club on YouTube or Spotify and receive exclusive content. Your membership in the Throttle Club helps keep the